Hello, this reading is going to be for Aries. This is going to be your weekly for the 15th to the 22nd. We're going to see what we have for you guys. Okay, let's see. What can we get for Aries? Everybody's been getting some similar cards. One and the same. So, we're just probably all vibing the same way. We have service. Okay, we have travel. We have independence. We have doubt. You know what, Aries? I think I have the independence card. I've been here before. We have hardship and we have money. All right, y'all. Let's see how we're going to deal with this. So, I feel like the service that you do, like you're going to have to travel. I'm feeling like you might get into a service or situation where you're going to have to travel more often. Or it might be a service that you have to actually travel to start your service. But I feel like also with the work you do, it's probably going to require travel or movement. Or it's just that the service you do is going to catch your momentum. More movement. We do have independence in the middle. So I feel like you're probably free from anything or anybody. You just have an independent nature. You just stand out. This is a person who works well alone. Like, I'm okay with you. They don't need micromanagement. They don't need a babysitter. I work well alone. And it's also about you being independent, being able to stand on your own 2 feet. We have doubt and empowerment. With that, I feel like you may doubt that you actually empower people, right? But you do, and that's why you have service and you have travel. But I also feel like even your doubters are encouraged by you. Even the people who doubt, they may doubt you a little bit. Everybody tends to speculate and wonder, right? So, but I feel like they still get empowered by you. Something that you do. This might change their doubt. They realizing that you're actually an empowering person. It goes back to this independence because you're an independent nature, independent nature, or an independent thinker. They doubt that you can like motivate anybody else. This is a person who has great self-talk, great encouragement, or whatever, and they wonder how it plays out or factors into everybody else's life. Like they may feel like you want to only you may only want to spread your wings. This is a butterfly. You may only want to do your own dance. You want to do your own thing. But at the same time, you do have service and travel, so you want to do service, but the service, you don't want to be so much bound to the service or connected to the service that you can't be a free thinker or a free-spirited person. We do have money and we have hardship. So there may have been some hardships with money. Or some things happening with money that was making it hard for you. Or it might be that you're going to get money after all the hardship. Or and it could be, since it's over here, you're going to be traveling, doing your service, or able to move to a place where your service is better received and you're going to be making money for it. While these people who doubted your empowerment or they probably doubted your education, they're going to be in hardship. Or they only did it because they were in hardship. It's like it's hard for them to understand, so they couldn't fucking understand you anyway because they have a hard time understanding things. So they only doubted you because they have a hard time understanding things. These are people like, you know, when math turns into the letters, it's no longer 2 plus 2. It's C. It's 2x times 3x. That's when they check out. Okay, bitch, I can't do 2x times 3x. But I can do 2 times 3. So you might be dealing with doubters who is hard to inspire them or empower them or whatever, but also like they may be going through their own hardships. And that's why that's why they doubted you at first. Like, they dealing with shit anyway. So well, let's see what we got, how we can explain this. But that's why you're independent from that, so that you don't let their doubt or anything, or their hardships, or them trying to make it hard for you to deliver whatever you're trying to deliver. Um, it's about being separate from anybody else's feelings, even with the service you do. It's like, okay, I did it, but I'm not gonna hold on to it that long. I'm not gonna think about it too long. Just gonna get it done and leave out the room, because you like your free time shit. So let's go to independence and see what we have. Clarity. This clarity. Like, you like to have a clear head about things. You like to be a free spirit that's clear cut. That's, what is that? Clean and clear and under control. You got your independence clean and clear and under control. I know who I am. Despite what you have, but despite what other people have to say, you know who you are. And obviously, like, God knows damn well too, because this is being able to receive money through the work that you do, or traveling to where you can make more money, or just being able to be handed money. What's going on for doubt? People who doubt. Pleasure in reverse. So this is humble. I said these are the people who doubt, right? This is okay. So the people who are watching you in doubt, or questioning you, or speculating, they're going to be humbled by what you do or what you say, because they are fucked up in their minds. And that's why I said at first, though, they when math starts getting complicated, they check out. I don't know 2x plus yx or 2x time. They check the fuck out, because they have an idea about stuff anyway. They are oppressed anyway. But this is happiness. Like, they're happy with. They're probably happy with this whatever this idea is, or they were happy with it. Okay, so these are people who were happy with the concept of doubting, or at least okay with it, but they're no longer wanting to. They're no longer finding pleasure in doubting, or just holding to one pattern. These are people who are held or bound to one way of doing things. Like I said, they like the 2 times the 3. They don't want. But so these are people who may come to you, to gain like a different perspective, but also to start to believe again. These are people who started to doubt. What can we get for empowerment? Let's see what we can get for empowerment. We have the Ace of Swords in reverse. So they're no longer wanting to take shots at you or take digs at you. So upright, they will be cutting away at your empowerment, or trying to defeat your empowerment. But they're no longer wanting to do that. But that's what I said, your doubters becoming your fans. They're no longer wanting to do that. So they might have been doing things or questioning you or whatever, but they're no longer wanting to do that. But this is also being able, nobody can stop you from being empowering and being uplifting. Why? Because we have the angels here. They're making sure that you're able to give your insight just as much as anybody else. This is having a round table discussion, and everybody get to say how they feel except the Aries. Because it's a deep belief. Like I said, it's not 2 times 3, it's 2x times 3x. And so people just check out when you start speaking like that. Like, I don't like algebra. That's when math becomes algebra and calculus. In their defense, it is a lot to understand. It is a lot. But if you want to know the truth, I mean, you might as well know all the truth, not half of it. They want to know half the truth and skip the other parts. But they're starting to understand. But this is the secret that the angels are trying to make you aware of, that these people are no longer wanting to cut you out of the conversation. They're like, okay, you can come to the round table, Aries, and discuss what you need to discuss with us. But just keep in mind that they're starting to understand you. It's becoming clearer to them. So it's just like your words falling on deaf ears. That doesn't mean that they aren't powerful words. These people's ears are just closed. They're deaf. You might have to holler. Well, don't holler. You know me. Can you hear me now? Bitch. But this is them having a clearer understanding that you understanding the part that they don't understand works. You always need somebody next to you who understands a little bit more than you and understands things differently from you, to make sure that you're progressing the right way. This is about not trying to keep the same circle, because this is happy campers. Being in the same circle is why you stuck. This is not being able to progress because everybody think like the person next to them. We need somebody who can help us understand something differently. Or we gonna be stuck here. And you ain't being stuck nowhere because you got service and church. You're able to move around and you're able to think independently from these people. Like, whatever the fuck, you didn't understand me, but I understood it. But you being able to move on and travel and have independence, being an independent thinker, you know what I'm saying? That's what caused them to try to want to bring you back. So that's like the secret of the angels letting you know. Like, the secret is that they don't want to cut away at you anymore. They want you to say something. You might not want to say nothing, though. You might not be aware that these people actually want to hear you talk now. Just, they want you to explain the science of it all to them. This is science. They want you to explain that to them. Oh, what's for service and travel? But they don't want to cut away you being empowering anymore. So you might have said some things and they may have taken it the wrong way, which made them doubt you. But it's like, I was doing it to empower you, to build you. But like I said, these are people who have fallen apart and don't know where to begin fixing themselves. They don't know where to start at. You start from the roots. For travel, we have victory. So, like, you're going to move forward victoriously regardless. Like, you're going to be able to travel, and that's being able to have, like, safe travels. This is not just moving around and bumping into everything in the room. This is moving around peacefully. What's for, and this could be the service that you do. So I think this is where it was going. Is going to be victorious. Like, you're going to be happy with the work you do as well. People being happy with the work you do. But I think what's for travel? But I got that for you guys another time where people didn't want you independent. They wanted you stuck with them. So travel is being able to move around. Like I said, being able to move around and not bump into things. Like, you're a master at that. I know how to move around and not bump into things. I know how to move around and make it over all the humps. I know how to do this service victoriously, respectfully to what it's about, but I also know how to think for myself. Even if the work you do is about other people, you don't think like them. You just can empower them and help them. The angels know this. Like, no, you don't think like them. You probably don't even talk like them, but you know how to demonstrate and let them understand what you're giving to them. But at the same time, even after doing all that, you know how to go back to your own. I'm going back into my own space. What's for money? So for money, we have disappointment. We have gain. We have hangman. We have the player. So this is like people who may have played around with their money in the past, or even played with your money, but you're able to still gain. As much as you've had moments where you were disappointed with money and you may have thought about how to be able to gain your money, like, you overcame that. But this is why you're able to be independent. But this is also people who were trying to disappoint. This is like people being financially abusive. to you. But now they're feeling disappointment. This is this one person right here who did something to you regarding money that they wasn't supposed to do. But that's the reason I had. They just want to take your independence away from you. So they financially abuse you, or probably said they didn't have what they had, or just doing different things with money. But now they're thinking about all their actions in the past and how they weren't good with their money, and they definitely weren't good by you with their money. And they're thinking about the disappointment in the ways that the money issue affected the relationship. So they're thinking about it. What's for hardship? But this is after you've like moved on. So they could be wanting you to be back in their life. What's for hardship? And this could be just to let you know that this guy is going through difficulty, disappointment with money. As much as he's trying to gain it, he loses it because he's not thinking about what he's doing with his money. This is a person that they spend it as soon as they get it. This is, and they say you count your, you spend your money before you get it. These are those type of people that do that. We have worry. So for hardship, is worry and public defender. So that's like people who are publicly, that's works, not worry. Publicly, they may be publicly making it hard for you to work, or they may even confess that like they've had difficulties with their work life, or difficulties like how I said the math problem. They stop when it comes to 2x times 3x. So they might be publicly expressing to you, yeah, this stuff is difficult to me. It's hard. They have a hard time working with the energy, or they have a hard time working with understanding things, or have a hard time becoming empowered. Just have a hard time working. This is people also who may have tried to give you a hard time at work, but they're publicly coming out like, yeah, I just did that to make it hard on you, or publicly trying to correct them making it hard for you to do your job. Like, these are people who are upset that you're an independent thinker. Like I said, having that round table meeting, and instead of letting you say what you have to say, they just cut you off, or say, okay, Aries, you're not making sense to us, because the truth is their mental competency is not as strong as yours. And nobody wants to feel dumb. Not saying that you're the smartest person in the room. It ain't even about that. You're trying to empower them. It's just the way you do it doesn't register to their brain. It's like they were stuck thinking that this level of empowerment was it, math. Then we find out that there's another level, there's algebra. Then we find out there's another level, there's calculus. And you're a part of that leveling up for them. So that makes them feel, it reminds them, that they still have a ways to go, right? And they shouldn't, it hurts them, because they like, I thought this was the goal. I thought this was the finish line. Then Aries like, no. There's more to this. And they feel like that's hard. These are people who don't want to work hard. These are people who want easy street. They want easy street. And they'll publicly tell you that. I'm all for that. Easy peasy pumpkin greasy. That's how I feel. But that's after you've understood the difficulty. That's after you've dealt with the difficulty. Then we can go to these are people who don't want to deal with the hard stuff. Like when you take tests, what they used to say, answer the ones you know first, the easy ones first, and come back to the hard ones, because you'll have more time to deal with the hard ones. And because that's when you were taking the test and there were time. Answer the easy ones first and come back to the hard ones, because they take longer. And some people, but that's what they used to tell us, so we can kind of at least have some of the answers right. Answer the ones you already know, then come back to the hard ones. Well, these people answered the ones they knew, and didn't want to come back to the hard ones. Like, fuck it, that's too hard. They want to get away with a little bit. These are people who don't do their job to the fullest. They do just enough to get by. Just to get by. And that's okay. It's just they shouldn't have been messing with you for doing everything, or doing it all. and being exceptional. This is a person who's exceptional, overachiever mentality. You. And this is what was making them upset. Like, Aries, we not trying to learn no fucking calculus today. Let's just keep it as simple math. And you like, no, I know calculus. You might not like calculus either, but I'm saying something you have to learn, or algebra or whatever. They're like, no, you know, I did question that too. Why the fuck they bringing letters and numbers? Keep them bitches separate. The alphabet's over there, the number line over here, but this is bringing it all together. So these are people who want to separate the truth. Like I said, they want a little truth, but not all of it. They want to separate the truth. To this is one level of truth, this is the other level of truth. No, this is the whole entire, what they say, tell the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God. This is the whole truth. And they just try to come against you for doing that. Or for being able to do exactly what you're supposed to do, and they doing halfway, and they want to get mad at you for doing it all the way. They're like, Aries, you gonna get us in trouble if people start realizing we weren't doing this shit the right fucking way. Shut your ass. So some people were trying to shut you up because they didn't understand you at all, and they were doubting you because they didn't want to think that far. Or do you not think that far ahead? I've been thinking about forever. This is you thinking about the whole picture I've been thinking about forever. They just thinking about today. The Bible says, either way, take no thought for, you know, tomorrow to take care of itself. They thinking about today and tomorrow. You ain't supposed to be thinking about that anyway. What's the end goal? An expected end. An expected victory. And you were explaining it to them, and these people didn't want to, but also there were people who trying to stop you from getting all of it explained to certain people, because then they wasn't going to listen to the watered down version. I can't listen to the watered down version no more. Because they heard Aries' version. They like, oh shit, this is the real version. So whatever, Aries. I pray that I understood that right. I pray you understood what I was trying to say. But there is a guy who's facing money difficulties, disappointment in money. Maybe he was financially abusive to you before, and it's coming back to him a different way. But he's thinking, he don't think about his money, but now he's trying to think about it and consider things. But I feel like he also wants to be with you, but he knows that this money blockages was anyway. And I feel like this Queen of Wands may be dealing with some hardship at work because she tried to interfere with your work life or the way that you did things. So now it's going to be hard for her to be able to do what she want to do. But this is also people publicly wanting to work with you again and recognizing that you are empowering. It's just you have different secrets that nobody can. They can't cut through your secrets. That's why they was made. These are people, they want to poke holes in your stories, but they can't. It's like, oh yeah, that is right. And you tell them something else and they go research, oh yeah, Aries is right. So they're no longer wanting to do that though, because they know that you're coming speaking the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God. And you have the angels right here. So I just pray that I explained it real well, but you're going to be victorious in the service that you do, and people are going to be able to learn from you and benefit. But this is also being able to stay sane within yourself. Like you're going to be able to have your own private time too. So we did make a wish, did come out. These people could be wishing for a chance with you again, or wishing that you understand that they just have a hard time dealing with this shit. They don't know algebra, or they don't like it. Even if they know it, they don't like it. I don't like to break that shit down because it does take longer. Shit, 2 times 3 is easier to figure out than 2x times y. So they figured out the easy answer. Was like, fuck it, I'm not going back to that hard play. This is a person, when they done with school, I don't need no extra credit. I don't want that. I don't even know if I want to. I mean, I got the first degree. It would be nice to go get the second degree, but this shit gonna take longer, and it's gonna be more education that I gotta learn. And some people don't like that. They like to stay where they are. But they're wishing that you understand that it was just difficult for them too. They wasn't really necessarily trying to doubt you. It was just their brain could not comprehend all that you were saying. But also these people who were trying to make you be quiet because you were explaining a little bit more. And they didn't want to do that. But that's fucking up their organization or whatever the fuck they got going on. Because they just watering down the truth. And they like, well, people like our version, so Aries don't come and try to correct our version. But if it ain't the truth, like, don't lie to the people. These are people who lie to people and want you to stand by and watch. And you have your own brain. Well, fuck it. I ain't gonna lie to the people. I ain't gonna even tell them that you lying, but I ain't finna stand by and watch. They want you to watch them lie to other people. I'm not finna fucking do that, because, bitch, I'm a bit done told the truth. I'm not finna sit here and lie with your ass. Can we get one more card for Aries? So just don't have me there while you're lying. This is manifestation, and this is exposed. This is you. This is walking away. And this is this person trying to walk away from the financial abuse that they did to you, or the things that they did with money that they wasn't supposed to do. And like for manifest, this is people wanting to like learn from you, but also trying to manifest the way. With manifestations, it's just bringing something about. So they're trying to bring about a conversation with you. They're trying to bring you back to the round table that they kicked you out of. They're trying to be able to get you to understand them, though. Bring about the truth of it, the solid truth. So help you guys. So they're like, Aries, this is really the truth. We want you to tell it to us again. And we'll listen this time. These are people who didn't listen to you at first, and now they want to listen to you because they understand that what the shit they were doing wasn't working anyway. So it's not that you were trying to fuck up what they had going on. The shit they was doing wasn't working, or it wasn't as happy as it could have been, or this is some stuff that worked for a while and then it fuck up. So now they're like, oh shit, it is fucking up. So we need to see what Aries know. So they want to try to bring you back in. Aries, I do pray that I explained it well, because it was a little different. I do love you guys. I pray that you have an amazing week, and I pray that you have a great day.